I'm going to say this wrong. Hui Ba Den, Black Virgin Mountain. Sun's not helping me, huh? Am I? Uh-oh. This guy is like spraying toxic chemicals on the banana plants. And I thought he would, where did he go? He's up there. Can you see him? Oh yeah, there he is. Hope it's, I mean, I've already been exposed to Agent Orange through the genetics of my father. I suppose a little bit of Roundup ain't gonna kill me or whatever the fuck that is. Laughter. Yeah, the sun was messing with my. So yeah, I woke up at I was so hungover yesterday, and because I went out drinking with my damn friends, and so I lost all of yesterday, and but then throwing up and being hungover and shitty. And then I woke up at 4:30 in the morning, just in time for what would normally be my work day during the week. And it's not going to work holding that like that, is it? And I was like, you know what? Find a place to go hike and do some readings. Why the fuck not, right? So anyway, I decided, I've already read Prisoner Interrogation on Facebook, and I just did it live for Instagram, but I was like, you know what, my YouTube people need a little love. I haven't been very good about my YouTube's situation, so here we go. Yeah, prisoner interrogation. Not a topic you deal with every day. I find it fascinating. I remember my dad, when we were going back and forth to the hospital, talking about how, like, at times he would be involved in things. He had no idea what was about to happen. It's not like he was debriefed all the time and like, yeah, so this is what's going to happen and this is what you can expect. No, he was just, well, I'll read it. But this was from the period before he became a scout pilot. Scout pilot. Ah! Oh God. Are you gonna kill me with this? I might have to stop this video. Ah! Do I need to move? I mean, I think he understood what I was trying to get at. Not that he understood my English. Let's see. Spraying. I wonder what he's spraying. It's got to be some sort of bug shit, right? So, okay. I don't know. Awkward pause in our little YouTube video at 3 minutes and 25 seconds in. I don't want to run under that anyway. There's no way for me to get down. Here. All right. Maybe I should start this video over again. I'm not sure. I've got fruit over here that I don't want to get covered. If you've never had it's fucking amazing. Not that you can see it in this plastic bag. No. You can't wait? I guess not. Dripping on me. Gross. Evil poisons dripping on me. In Vietnam. What is this? A replay? This is a fucking replay of a goddamn Apocalypse Now. Do not want to have that shit dripping on me. One of my dad's friends, one of my friends, he's the mayor of Milford, or was the mayor, Ron Reel, told me stories about, because he was on the ground in Vietnam, And he told me stories about walking through the jungle and having Agent Orange dripping off of his helmet. Yeah, dripping off of his helmet. Well, sorry about that, but I'm just gonna stick with it since we've gone this far, right? Why not? I'm currently under trees, but they're not, that he just sprayed, but they're not dripping. Oh, really cool, banana, I don't know if you can see it from there, but right, let's see, can I see? The banana, there's a banana, it's not the actual bananas, it's like a banana leaf. They literally shave the banana leaf and put it in almost everything, as far as like pho and the bun and all the different Vietnamese food. It's just these banana buds. I guess it's before they become bananas. It's the bottom. It's the bottom of the banana as it grows has this big old bulb, and it's like let me do this. It's like this big, and it's purple, and it comes down to a point like this, and they shave it with this shaver because inside the bulb has all these layers, and it becomes this really fine, crunchy vegetable kind of thing that they add to all of their different foods. I love it. It's delicious. Okay. Prisoner interrogation under the sprayed trees of Vietnam. We'll just try to work it like this. That's not too bad. All right, prisoner interrogation. We are now 6 minutes and 57 seconds into this video. We might have to redo this, but I'm gonna follow through with this anyway. So this is my father now speaking with a stone stuck up my ass. Prisoner interrogation. I mentioned that before the Tet of 1968, I had been involved with transporting Northern Vietnamese or Viet Cong prisoners back to Camp Anari for interrogation. At some point after the Tet Offensive had come and gone, but before I actually transferred to the Scouts, I was on standby at Camp Anari while our Scouts and guns were out in the AO, Area of Operation. I'm not sure who I was flying with that day, but we were approached by our section leader, Captain McDermott, I do believe, and an American Special Forces captain. We were told to crank up our slick and to reposition with the Special Forces captain to the prisoner of war compound inside Camp Anari. This was no more than picking up to a high hover, sliding over the razor wire fence, and setting down again inside the compound, about a 1-minute flight. On landing, the captain told us to keep running, and he disappeared into a tent close by. When he reappeared, he was accompanied by a couple of American grunts, 2 Southern Vietnamese officers, and 3 tightly bound and hooded Northern Vietnamese or Viet Cong prisoners. They approached our aircraft, and the 3 prisoners were forced inside of the cargo area and made to sit unbuckled in the center of the rear bench seat facing forward. The Southern Vietnamese officers buckled in on either side of the prisoners, and the 3 Americans sat on the floor as there were no other seats in the cargo area. Our 2 gunners climbed back into their seats as we brought the rotor RPM up to flight. On the visual command of the captain, we took off. The captain was kneeling behind me with a headset on, and he told us to go do some lazy circles somewhere. Pretty simple instructions, so we climbed to about 1,000 feet and set up in a big old lazy orbit south of Camp Anari. In the back of the aircraft, the Southern Vietnamese officers pulled the hoods off the prisoners and proceeded to scream and threaten the prisoners with gestures like they would throw them out of the aircraft. My co-pilot and I had no clue about what was happening. We were told nothing of what was being said, nor what the intentions of the Southern Vietnamese officers were going to be. I remember saying to the crew, "Are they going to throw these guys out?" No one had an answer. This went on for several minutes. The 3 prisoners were terrified. The Americans looked on without speaking, and the Southern Vietnamese officers steadily upped their threats and gestures, pushing one prisoner to the floor, waving their pistols, and forcing him towards the open door. "Christ, they're going to push this guy out," one gunner remarked. "He'd better start talking," was my thought at the time. The Southern Vietnamese interrogators became violent, punching the prisoners in the face and screaming within inches of their ears. Then came an uncomfortable pause when the Southern Vietnamese officers seemed to gasp with frustration, and they stopped their harassment. Suddenly, they pushed the prisoner on the floor to within inches of leaving the aircraft, and they made the Americans hold the man. At this point, the only thing between this man and certain death were the grips of 2 American grunts. If they let him go, he would fall. Then the Southern Vietnamese rehooded all 3 prisoners, and the captain said to us on the intercom to return to the compound and land to a hover, but do not touch down. We did what he told us to do, with the prisoner suspended outside of the door, inches from falling to his death. Just as we came to a hover within the prisoner of war compound, the Americans pushed the prisoner out of the aircraft. He screamed as he was pushed, and he hit the ground after about a 2-foot fall. We were flabbergasted. The man hit the ground, defecated, and began convulsing. He was immediately grabbed by soldiers from the compound and dragged away, as we were told to take off immediately and to set up that lazy orbit again. Without speaking inside of the aircraft, we pulled pitch, climbed away, and set up at about 1,000 feet. Once established in orbit, the hoods were removed from the other 2 prisoners. They could see that the 3rd prisoner was gone, and we were still circling at 1,000 feet. The Southern Vietnamese officers started in again, and they were very quick to push the next prisoner to the floor and drag him over to the open door. Apparently, someone started singing because we were finally told to go back and land again, but this time the hoods were not put on and we were told to touch down. The prisoners were offloaded and we were released. I have no idea what happened to those prisoners. We heard later, as this event was being circulated, that the prisoner who was thrown from the aircraft did indeed die, apparently, from heart failure. We never confirmed that. So yeah, that was a 12-minute video for a very quick story about prisoner interrogation. A little bit of live reenactment of having chemicals dripping on us from the banana trees above. Funny, not funny. From Black Virgin Mountain, Nui Ba Den. I have my Vietnamese friends listen to this and see if I said that. I need to learn how to say mountain. Nui Ba. The A goes up like that. Ba Den, I believe. Anyway, thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the latest installment. My name is AJ Miller. I am reading from my father's Vietnam War memoirs from his time here in Vietnam from 1968. A little bit of 67, 68, and into 69, I believe, is how that worked out. But cool. Peace. Follow me if you're interested in hearing more stories from Nam.